recognized from the Bachelor franchise. How are you, Shai?
Doing good. Doing very good. Excited to be here with you guys.
Good. I'm excited to be here with you too. So tell us, what have you been doing since the show, since everybody, just fill us in.
Yeah, so since the show, right after it aired, I got a job where I was just traveling the country going to conferences. So I kind of traveled from July until about December, 2 cities a week, Vegas, Chicago, New York, LA, like I've been everywhere. So this is the first part where I'm kind of slowing down and just enjoying my time in Tampa. So it's been great.
That's awesome. Okay, so we see you on Instagram. You're living the Tampa life. You golf.
Yeah.
You make foods at home that just like, okay, this is Chef Sean here. This is correct. So I think he's moved into Chef Sean.
Yeah.
Tell us about that lifestyle, because like you said, it's a pretty cool lifestyle. And tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's weird because it's so quick. Like the show happens and then you're kind of thrown into a little bit of the spotlight right away. So I really just tried to like stick to what I was doing beforehand. I love to golf. I love to cook. So try to incorporate that into my social media a little bit just to give people an idea of like, hey, you may have saw me in the show, but this is also a little bit about me. So that's what I've been trying to focus on since the show. It's been awesome.
That's awesome. Now, what did you think of the last season that just aired of the show? What did you think of that?
Joey's season?
Yeah, Joey's season, because you're friends with Joey.
Yes,
so tell us all about Joey's season, and then in picking Kelsey, what did you think of that?
Yeah, so I was, when it was airing, obviously I'm very close with Joey, and like I was so excited to see his season. And there's always that little bit of nerves going into it, even for like your friend, like, hey, you don't know what's going to be aired, you don't know what's going to be shown and how it's going to be kind of portrayed. But I thought Joey did an amazing job, and Kelsey is wonderful. Getting a chance to hang out with both of them recently, it's been awesome. So very happy with his decision, very happy with how the season turned out. And he had like a great group of girls. I've hung out with a lot of them since the show, and they're all amazing. So in that series, in that show, there really was no bad choices, but I think he picked the best one for me. Kelsey's a doll. She's a sweetheart.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Now tell us, did you bring Joey to Tampa because we saw him at the Lightning game? Like, was he here then? Like, what?
Yeah, so Joey came to visit me back in April. So we went
cool.
and we played some golf, went to a Lightning game. So the Bachelor was in Tampa, not too long ago. So.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And then tell us, so are you currently looking for love? Tell me, are you looking for love currently? What's your dating life been like since the show and all that?
Yeah, I'd say I am looking for love currently. I think everyone that's single probably is, but I'm not trying to force anything. I'm trying to let it happen a little bit more naturally than what would have happened on the show. No luck so far, but I'm going on a few dates here and there. I'm on some dating apps, but yeah, no luck so far, but I'm out there.
Okay, so tell us, what type of girl are you looking for exactly? Like, what girl are you looking for?
Yeah, I think it's more so, I want someone that's like active. Like I like to do things. Like I like to go for walks, runs. I like to play pickleball. I like to be active. So someone that really enjoys an active lifestyle, someone that is kind, someone that I can laugh with. I typically like some more athletic girls, so kind of looking for that. But I feel like I have such a long checklist, and I'm probably gonna have to start crossing off some boxes. Or like, hey, like I have to settle a little bit. So.
It's not settling, but I get what you mean. Like, we said in today's society, the dating world is very difficult. So I don't know how much of a checklist you might have to give her the whole checklist of this.
We have to start from scratch, honestly.
Start from scratch and like build from there.
Yeah.
And tell us, like physically, okay, you said you like a girl that's very active and all that stuff. What does she do? Like blondes, like brunettes? You like physically, if you had to, describe your perfect girl?
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a blonde guy, but I think it's more so about the feeling I get when I meet them and talk to them. I will get into like kind of the petite, athletic blondes, but it's really more so about the chemistry we have, the conversations we have. So I've dabbled into the brunettes and black hair recently, so. Maybe I am expanding the criteria.
Do you have a current celebrity crush? I mean, I know you're a Taylor Swift fan as well.
Yeah.
Like, this has got to come out obviously because everyone knows you love Taylor.
Yeah. I don't necessarily know. Like Taylor, I wouldn't say is like my celebrity crush. I think she's amazing.
Just music-wise?
Music.
Okay.
Personality, I think she's awesome. I think my celebrity crush would be more so. I like Livy Dunn currently.
Okay.
I like Dua Lipa. There's a couple. Sydney Sweeney's pretty like hot in the streets right now. But yeah.
Okay. You threw in a non-blonde like Dua Lipa? Okay,
Yeah.
That's because she's like, well, now she's,
I think it's just
redhead.
It's just new. It's like something different than what I'm not used to, so that's kind of why I'm gravitating towards her a little bit. So big personality, so I like that.
Okay, awesome. Now tell us a little behind the scenes stuff, like from filming the show, like we said, like even like Bachelor in Paradise, stuff like that. Is there anything that we didn't see that you would just like to share with us? Because we always love like that good old stuff.
Yeah.
You got anything for us?
I think there's always funny stuff that like doesn't get aired because we film so much. Like we're filming every hour of the day. It gets cut down into a small percentage, but with Bachelor in Paradise, I remember just like there's so many funny conversations we had with the guys up in our palapas, our living areas, and there would be conversations about like what animal would you least like to die from? And we would get into like full out arguments about like I'd rather get killed by like a bear or a crocodile or a shark or something like that. And we're actually getting into these arguments. And we had Blake Boynes there, who's very, very big in animal conservation. So he gave us some good insight into like the actual realistic expectations of getting killed by like a chimp or something like that. So yeah, there's funny moments like that. On The Bachelorette, there's so many funny moments with the guys because we spend so much more time with the guys than we do with the charity. So we would just sit around and like play drinking games and have a good time. Like, there's some funny moments that didn't get aired, but yeah, there's so much that you guys don't get to see. And those are very fun moments for me to look back on, like having back my back pocket, like very, very fun. So
wow, it looks like you guys always just get along. Like you guys are all like friends. So who from the season, like we said, we see who you're friends with, but like tell us like who's your closest out of like the whole bunch.
Yeah, that's the thing with charity season in particular. I don't know if every season's like that, but like we had a really tight group of guys where like we really had very, very little drama. So like we get along with everyone. Like I've been on trips with John B, Warwick, Caleb, James, Joey just came to visit me. Joey's one of my closest friends. I've been to New York with John B like countless times since the show. Out in San Diego with Aaron B and Aaron S. Like the entire group of guys from my season I stay in touch with. So there's really no like hierarchy. I just talk to them all. They're all amazing. So no tea there. Like there's no beef between any of us. So
well, tell us if they ask you, like I know you get this question probably asked all the time, to be the Bachelor, would you accept it at this point to be the Bachelor? Like right now, they gave you the offer. Would you take it?
I think I would because I'm still single. I'm 27. I feel like I'm in a good spot to do that. I think it's not as glamorous as people might seem. Like the schedule of filming,
all that.
Like hearing it from Joey, like it is tough. It's not like you're on a vacation for a couple of months. Like it is very grueling. So you got to be mentally in a position where you can mentally handle that, and then also kind of be able to navigate it in the best way possible. I would definitely take it, but it would be a tough experience. I don't think it's like all these sunshine and roses type things. So.
Yeah, that's true. Now tell us, how did they pick you to be on the show then? Like you applied yourself? Like did a friend apply for you? How did that happen to be on the show?
Yeah, so my coworker at the time, she actually nominated me to be on the show. So I got a call from an LA number one day, and I was like, I don't know anything from LA at this point. And there was a producer from The Bachelorette, and we just went through the process, and it's like very extenuous going into like your life and your story, everything like that. So I always thought I wasn't going to make it, and then eventually show up to the mansion, like, oh my god, you're at The Bachelor mansion. This is wild. So,
wow. What did you think when you were filming also too? Because we mentioned like the whole Ken thing. Because I was thinking Charity, she was very infatuated that you looked like Ken that whole date. Like, what did you think of that whole date with Charity being like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh?
I think I spoke the Ken thing into existence. Where like when we got the date card, I was just like, all right, it's gonna be Barbie and Ken. Like it was Ken feeling up tonight or something like that in the date card. So I was like, I'm gonna lean into like this Ken thing. The Barbie movie was coming out. I just went all in on that like Ken demographic, and then unfortunately like won the date. So yeah, I think I kind of spoke that into existence. And now everyone's like, you don't look like Ken. I was like, yeah, my hair's a little bit not so blonde anymore, but
yeah, for sure. And I didn't ask you, what nationality are you? So then what is your mix? Like what nationality?
Yeah, I allegedly am Irish. I tan pretty well, so I'm gonna say no if that's the truth. I'm sure I'm a mix of somewhere in Europe, but I've been told Irish.
Okay, that's cool. Have you ever done one of those tests, like to see your whole nationality, like maybe there's something else too that you are that you don't know? Have you ever done something like that?
I haven't done that yet. My mom was in town this weekend for Mother's Day, so we were actually talking about like I'd love to get a 23andMe test and like determine what I actually am. Like it's always been I'm Irish and a little bit of Polish, but I'd love to see what I actually am because I don't really know particular.
Yeah, no. If you could be anything here, you found out your results. What would you want to be?
Oh gosh, I don't know. That's a tough question. I think Swedish would be cool. Maybe.
Why, you want to be Swedish or just like a cool thing like all Swedish guys?
Cool, yeah. Swedish would be cool. I've always wanted to go to Sweden. I think that'd be really cool. I don't know, somewhere in Europe would be fun. I mean, maybe if it came back like just a crazy nationality that I would never have guessed, that would be cool. But like, oh, I'm actually like South African or something like that. But yeah, I have no idea.
That would be cool. So you don't speak anything else? You just speak... What? You just speak English? No.
Yeah, I'm like nothing else. I'm like from
any
a really
Spanish?
small town. Minimal.
Any Swedish words you might know that you want to use?
No, I'm very minimal. I'm like very like from a small town in New York. I grew up next to a cornfield type thing, so I didn't really get exposed to that culture until I went to Mexico a couple times now. But yeah, it's pretty much English, unfortunately. I want to learn another English. I want to learn another language.
Yeah.
At that time, there are lists of things to do, but right now it's maybe like hola, como estás.
Hola, como estás.
Yeah, that's about it. Muy bien.
Muy bien. Okay, nice. And then also tell us, so your favorite memory from Bachelor in Paradise. Do you have a favorite memory? Just like being there on the island, all that?
Ooh, favorite memory. I think just like hanging out with everyone. Like, everyone there was so great. I thought that my favorite memory was like coming down the first day. The first day is always like so much fun. One, you're refreshed because you were staying in a hotel, like you're all good to go, you're not on the beach the entire time. And then two, like you're meeting people for the first time, and fortunately I had a lot of guys from Jersey season that went down to the beach, and then there's also some amazing people from past seasons and the girls I hadn't met before. So that first day is always super fun because like everyone's coming down, there's always stuff going on. So first day would probably be my favorite memory for sure.
Oh, that's awesome. And then I have a good question for you. Now, if you were the Bachelor, who would you like to have the girls, anyone on the show? Like, it doesn't even have to be for the Bachelor franchise. Just like if they put girls for you lined up to be the Bachelor right now, who would you like to see on there?
Ooh.
Who's your girls?
Sydney, I think all these people are in relationships. Like Livy Dunn's in a relationship, Sydney Sweeney, throw them on the beach.
Just put them on there.
I don't know, some of the past seasons, I think, like Cassie, I hung out with her, she's amazing.
Okay.
She's at AFR. I don't know, I would kind of like, I would actually not want to have control of them. I would want them to like put the people on there and to vibe with them. But yeah, there's like, there's so many, I think that it's tough to narrow them down.
Yeah. for sure. And then tell us, so we saw you went to Stagecoach.
Yeah.
We saw you with Maria a little bit. What was going on with this Maria thing? Is she your friend? Like, what's happening with Maria?
Yeah, Maria's a good friend of mine, and then I was with her and the sisters, Allison and Laura, and they were amazing. We were with Maria's friend from home, Sal. We had like an awesome time, had a good Airbnb there. They really like kind of helped me out that weekend, took care of me. They were amazing. So yeah, just friends with them. We hung out after the Bachelor finale in LA and had a great time. Went to karaoke like a Tuesday
No
night.
way.
So I think we're all the personalities that we just like to have a good time and have fun to really bash. So yeah, nothing going on there, just friends.
Okay, now is Maria too what she seems like? Is she just like not a wild woman? Like she's very personality filled, I guess.
I think she's way more down to earth than people realize.
Really?
Like you see her from the show, and like I don't know what I was expecting going to meet her, but she like really is like an absolute sweetheart, very down to earth,
That's nice.
very fun, but also just incredibly nice and kind. So yeah, she's a good friend of mine now. She's awesome. So definitely not what I expected meeting her, but she was awesome, amazing.
We have to support our fellow Greeks.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's another Greek.
She's great.
That's awesome. How did you guys meet then? Like, was it part of just like being there, like before?
Yeah, Bachelor Nation's very tight.
Yeah.
You kind of run into everybody, and if you have this shared experience, which most people don't understand, it's tough to kind of explain to people that haven't gone through it. So you're able to connect with those individuals really quickly. And with Maria, we were in LA for AFR at the same time. So me and a couple of guys from charity season flew out to support Joey, and we just got connected through that. I think Lauren and I got connected originally. So then we're like, hey, we're in LA for a couple of days, let's hang out, grab a drink, and then we went like, hey, let's do karaoke. Which like on a Tuesday night, I'm not really a big karaoke guy, but we had a blast. So yeah, it's kind of happened organically through the show.
That's awesome. What we want to know is like Bachelor Nation seems to stick within Bachelor Nation. Okay, and we're gonna be like honest with this because we always want to know this from outsiders like watching it. Do you guys like? I don't mean personally. Like, do you guys just Bachelor Nation ever date anyone that's not in Bachelor Nation? Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, because you guys just all stick together and like date and then just are together. Like, don't veer out. You tell us like what you're in Bachelor Nation.
Yeah.
You're in there, like, yeah.
I mean, I feel like I can't even date period, let alone date Bachelor Nation. But I think what happens is there's so much people dating outside of Bachelor Nation that were in it, but they don't get the exposure that couples within Bachelor Nation do, right? So there's all these people dating normal people, I guess you could say, outside of the world of social media and reality TV that but you're not really invested in the relationship because you don't know both parties. With Bachelor Nation, when you date someone within Bachelor Nation, more people are invested because they feel like they know you. So I think it's more so you only hear about the couples that are happy within Bachelor Nation and not necessarily that we're not dating outside.
Okay, because you hear people like, oh, the people that run the show, the franchise, like, oh, we get DMs from random people, whatever, but they never end up dating them. Like, that's what we wanted to, like, that never happened. So we just wanted to, like, kind of, like, see.
I feel like it happens. You still hear about it. Yeah, I mean, like.
Well, they never end up with them, I guess, maybe.
True. I mean, or, like, the thing is, like, once you're off the show and you're not on TV, like, people kind of forget about you. It's, like, it's a really quick 60 seconds of fame. So I think that's more the case, and it's not that we're not open to dating people outside the franchise. I think just you hear more about people dating the franchise.
Yeah. What do you feel? How do you feel about Jen being the new Bachelorette?
Yeah.
Feel about that?
very excited for her season. I got a chance to talk to her before the show started airing and stuff like that. And she's awesome. I'm really excited to see how it turns out. I actually like told myself I was going to stop watching, but now that I know Jen, I'm gonna have to tune in for maybe one more season. This might be the last one that I'm like still feeling like I'm connected to. But she's a sweetheart. I think that I'm really excited to see how it turns out. I think it airs in July, early July.
Yeah,
so
July.
We'll be tuned in for that for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, how can you say you're not going to watch? You know, it's always like there's more and more, and then wait till Bachelor in Paradise starts again, and then it's going to be.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, you guys know about it as much as I do about Bachelor in Paradise. I have no idea if it's canceled, if it's going back. You know, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear about it. Yeah, you're right about that. I'm like, huh.
Hasn't been any announcement. My phone's silent, so I haven't heard anything.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait a minute. What about that? Yeah. Okay, July. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
And what did you think of the Golden Bachelor too? How did you feel about that whole thing?
I think it was tough to watch that before Paradise because like that show was so good and so wholesome, and then you see us on the beach like making fools out of ourselves. So it was a tough switch from going from Gary and his season to our season. But no, Gary's been awesome, and like I got a chance to meet him a couple times. Obviously, when we were finishing up the Bachelorette and then just being through the nation, and he's great. So I loved it. I think we're gonna have to come back in the Golden Bachelorette's coming soon, so I'll definitely be tuning in for that as well.
For sure. And how do you feel they're not put together? Like, what is that? There's a lot of things, a lot of chitter chatter on the internet about that whole thing. What's your opinion on it?
Yeah, I think that like people don't realize like, it's really it's tough. Like
tough.
Relationships are tough. Like it's not necessarily just like dating through a TV show or finding love through a TV show. It's everything. Like relationships are tough in general. So I think that they obviously tried to make it work, and like the best thing for them was to separate. And you gotta realize like these are two people that have put their entire life outside the spotlight. You know, Gary's got his grandchildren and everything like that. So you kind of gotta. It's other people involved. It's not just you and your relationship. You have your families that you've been there for them the entire life. So trying to find a spot to live, I think it's more difficult than people give it credit for. So I know they tried their best to make it work, and some didn't. But I think don't lose hope in love. I think it's
Yeah.
so out there.
Yeah. Well, that's a very good thing. Did you ever lose hope in love? Like at this point, like even at this point, like how are you feeling at this point? Do you feel bitter about it? Are you pretty like okay? Like how do you feel about it?
Like with the show, no, definitely. I think the show works. Like it's a very unique experience, and like what you're doing definitely makes you feel things at an expedited rate. I definitely haven't lost hope in it. I think
Not just the show. No, not the show. Like real life. Like love in general. Like how do you feel about love in general?
I'm still hopeful for it. I haven't lost hope yet. I think like I'm always a hopeless romantic at heart.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's out there. You just gotta find the right person.
That's right. That's right. Are you okay? You're a hopeless romantic. So do you do any of the nice things? Like do you get flowers for the girl? Like are you explain what type of hopeless romantic are you? Just love.
Yeah, I just love. I think that like I'm always looking to like we said before, like meet someone in person, like in the grocery store, like check out the restaurants or something stupid like that. But yeah, when I am in a relationship, I'm very much like random flowers, that type of thing. I haven't had a relationship in a long time, so I haven't been able to do that. But yeah, when that happens, like try to make it feel special.
That's nice. That's nice.
Everything that's worth something in life is like worth like going
for sure.
Right? And like being persistent about it. Just because it hasn't worked out for you, just because it hasn't worked out for you yet, doesn't mean it's not going to work out for you. So yeah, just keep going out there and keep taking swings, and eventually it's going to happen. To my knowledge, we'll see.
That's true. That's true. Do you believe though, like in soulmate stuff like that? Do you believe your person's like written for you? Do you believe you create like what's your thoughts on that?
I think there's soulmates out there, but I think it's not just like one person. I think there's multiple people out there that can like fulfill that, like basically have a place in your heart. I also think that when you're in a relationship, you both have to be continuing to grow at the same pace. Because some person can outgrow the other, and then they become not your person anymore. So I think relationships definitely can be hard, and I think someone's out there for you. So.
Like when you go out on a date, do you like dinner dates? Do you like to do an activity? Like what do you like to do on dates?
I think it just depends. If it's the first or second date, like I love dinner dates, but I also like. At first, I really am like a dive bar drink or something, an appetizer, like something quick. Like I don't want to like feel like I know the whole person the entire first date. Mm-hmm. Like I want it to be like an hour and be like, all right, we'll plan again and go on another date, and it builds up like the the hype a little bit more, and like builds up I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is like you kind of get more like I can't wait to see that person again. The anticipation is the right word I'm looking for. So I like that style of dating. But I'm also very much like, hey, let's go on a walk, let's go on a shore, let's do something active, let's play pickleball. And I like to be a little bit active, so as long as they're a little bit active lifestyle, that works out.
That's fun too. And then are you one of those guys that fall like not in love easily, but like do you fall easily for a girl? Like you see someone like, oh my gosh, like her, like not she's the one, but like I've seen guys like that too. Like what type of person are you that when you like girls?
I think it's like when I'm someone that like I think way too far ahead.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, like I'll meet someone in person, like text my boys, like that's my wife, found her.
Oh, you do?
Like,
Okay.
and we don't even know that date. So I've been trying to like settle my expectations and like stop thinking too far ahead, but that's totally me. Like I envision a life with that person, and then like it usually just hasn't worked out. So
That's what happens with us girls too. I'm trying to dig into a guy's mind as well. That's what happens with us. That's like our husband, and then we're just sitting here dreaming. Like,
yeah, I think that's the case for me too. So.
Okay. Those girls though, like, have you gone for like I want to see on your end, like, have you gone further to asking them out, like those dream girls? Like, okay, that's my wife. Like, has it like worked even to go out, or it doesn't even work?
It depends on the person. I think it's worked sometimes, just sometimes it doesn't like come to fruition and materialize. Like some people, especially like with some of the girls that I talk to now, like they're not necessarily in Canada. Like they might be in LA, they might be in New York, you know. So you kind of got to actually plan it ahead. Like, hey, I'm going to be in New York this time. We're gonna have drinks, and then sometimes like the time between you meet them originally, and then kind of hang out with them so far apart, and fall out. So it depends on the situation. So.
That's true. When you talk to them online or like on the dating apps, wherever, like, do they catch your eye though? Like, or the conversation just kind of dull? Like, how do you feel about that?
It's definitely scenario by scenario. I think like the ones that definitely catch my eye are the ones where like, hey, like let me get your number, let's talk. What's going on. But also it's like, hey, I don't want to like talk just like every day, to the date. I want to be like, hey, Thursday we're going to do this at this time, and then like meet up and confirm that day. I don't necessarily want to talk all day every day before the first date, but that's tough. Like maybe like you meet them and it's your first time you see them again, it's like 2 months away. So, there's a little bit of strategy, I guess, you have to put into it, but I haven't found that one yet.
No, but like you said, I do believe in like there is a person and it's whoever's meant for you, because like we said, that's why the other ones don't work. They're just like not meant. So it's like the meant thing. Like whoever's meant, it'll work, and then you don't have to even stress about it, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I don't get too like hurt about it if it doesn't work out. It's like, hey, if it doesn't work out now, it's not meant to be. So.
That's true.